Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Matt.
And today we are talking about Remastered versus re-released and how we feel about it, pros and cons. So this came up when we started looking at the new re-release actually, of the Triple H and Bret Hart for the Ultimate line.
Yep.
Now they recently released HBK, Shawn Michaels, and Brock Lesnar, those earlier series. And I picked one up, and when I opened it, I was wondering, where's the butterfly joints? And it made me realize that these were just the same figures re-released from years ago. They hadn't done anything to upgrade them, which is okay. I hadn't had access to those figures, and now I did.
Right.
So that was cool to be able to get a brand new HBK. However, we also have seen recently the release of the Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger and Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger. These are remastered though. Now Hasbro has new head sculpts for those, accessories, energy effects, and also pinless joints as well. So they've not only re-released it, but they have now a new sculpt and pinless joints and made it different enough where someone might want that. And our question today is it okay to have re-released figures? Is it okay to have remastered figures? Do we prefer, or do we just prefer none? What do we think? What's the pros of having the re-released figures?
So I think the most obvious pro is the chance to give collectors who might have missed out on the initial release, or maybe they joined the line later, whatever the reason is, gives them the chance to be able to buy it for retail price again. With some of these figures, you know, for example, the Series 4 Lesnar and HBK, the Ultimates, which were just re-released again. And now we have the upcoming re-releases, the Triple H and the Bret Hart. I know that Triple H figure is another one that's going for north of $100. The Bret Hart, probably in like the $80 to $100 range. So this gives people a chance to get them for, you know, $35, $40. You're getting them for at least half the price of what they're going for online. To me, that's the most obvious pro.
Yeah, it's nice. However, like I said, when I opened up the HBK, I thought, where are the butterfly joints?
Yeah.
Right? The con for that is kind of outdated.
Sure.
You get these figures that are, like, again, I'm happy to have it. Doesn't give the collectors who already have it a reason to get this other one.
Right. The other thing, and honestly, so I'll start off by saying that I'm against re-releases overall. Like, I don't have a huge problem with them, but like, me personally, I don't collect for value, but I know that there are a good portion of collectors who that is at least part of their collection. You know, it's stuff that they enjoy, stuff that they like, but also maybe they enjoy the rarity of it, or, you know, knowing that you have to hunt for it, you have to look for it. And some people take pride in the value of their collection, especially with Ultimate figures, which are, for the most part, targeted to, I want to say, more adult collectors, or people who are taking their figures a little more seriously, as weird of a sentence as that sounds. And you're kind of devaluing their collection a little bit. And I can understand why the people that collect for those reasons, or that take pride in the value of their collection, would have an issue with certain figures being re-released that were worth a lot.
They're no longer special anymore.
Right.
They like to feel special.
Listen, for some of us, that's how we feel special.
That's how I feel special. And that's okay.
Yeah, listen, I totally get it.
But let's think also, we have re-releases. What about remastered? What if they gave you an HBK Shawn Michaels that had those butterfly joints? Maybe a new head sculpt. It's the same, maybe the same figure, the same era. I think that'd be cool. Whereas they had mentioned with the Blue Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, they had originally the Billy head sculpt had, for the Blue Ranger, had the glasses on him. Whereas the new one, he does not. It's much later in the series, Billy. The Trini for this one had pigtails. Before it just had hair that was down.
Gotcha.
And now, I did not really care for the Trini pigtails one. It just was not a great aesthetic for me, and I like the original one. I have the original one, and I'm going to keep that. But the Billy, I don't have a Billy, and that's already going to cost me at least $50, if not more.
Yeah.
If I'm going to get that on eBay on the secondary market, I already pre-ordered that, because it's also pinless joints, which kind of makes me a little, it does not going to fit with my collection, because the other ones have pins, and this one doesn't, and that's weird, but it matters. But I'm still going to get it because it's better than paying the extra $25.
Right. Like, I think remastered is the way to go. Like, if in a perfect world, if they're going to re-release these figures or redo these figures, I would prefer a remaster. It also gives you an opportunity to differentiate the figures, so that way, if you want to say, like, this is an original Series 4 Shawn Michaels, you know, you'd be able to prove that by looking at the box, by looking at the different joints, or whatever differences, little upgrades they may have made. And then you would still have that option, so people that really want to can double dip. Like, if you're a completionist for that set, and you decide, hey, I need to have this updated one because it is different, okay, then you have that option. But it does not, or should not, devalue that of the original because it still is the original.
Yeah, if you want those new face sculpts or something, if you Shawn Michaels, maybe it's a different, the hair's a different way or something.
Right.
Maybe that someone might want to get that because of this difference. Whereas if it's re-released, you already have it. Same exact thing. They're not going to make this much money on it.
So I think another great point that you kind of made me think of was when we're doing remasters, it gives them an opportunity to listen to the fans and an opportunity to say, hey, first time we did this figure, fans weren't happy about this, or we made a mistake. I know there are the people that really care the outfits or the gear that they're wearing exactly matches that of what it's being modeled after. And sometimes they mess something up. And it gives them a chance to maybe address some of those concerns, or if there was a mistake, they can address that shortcoming and give the fans a more complete final product while not devaluing or really changing the original at all. Overall, like I said, re-release is not for me. Personally, think they probably shouldn't do them just because I'm afraid of them upsetting a lot of their market. And if you upset too many of your customers and your fans, you might end up losing some of them, harming the hobby as a whole. But me personally, I say, listen, I want everyone to be able to have every figure that they want. I want everyone to have their collection exactly how they want it to be. In a perfect world, we don't have to worry about rarity or value or that kind of thing. You can just be like, these are the figures that I love. These are the ones that I want to display and have in my collection, and I have them.
That'd be great. But it's not.
No, for sure. Listen, trust me, we
don't need to go down that sad rabbit hole.
My wish list and my shopping cart. Tell me if you ever do this. Do you ever go on a toy site and you just build a cart, like a fantasy cart? Like, God, if I just had the money.
Yeah, or like anything. Maybe. And then I just whittle it down.
Yeah.
And then I end up with maybe one or two things, and I thought, oh, that was nice.
See, I build the cart. I look at the cart. Sometimes I'll even if I'm really wanting to tease myself a bit, I'll even maybe put in payment information, but I don't hit confirm, right? And then I minimize the tab or switch over on the window, and then I'll go back to it a little bit after and be like, should I? Oh, am I feeling naughty? No, and then I don't. And then I don't do it. So, and my wife appreciates that, and that's why I'm still married.
Good marriage advice there from Matt. He's good for that. What do you feel about these remastered? What do you feel about the re-releases? Let us know in the comments. Go ahead and to tell us that you like the video. Make sure you subscribe, so that way you get notified when we release another one of these. And you tell us that you like what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, as always, for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. And until next time, I'm Matt.
I'm Kevin.